All right, guys, welcome to our very first video. We're going to keep it very simple on this one and just talk about how we're using the Terra network to earn passive income. So what we're going to talk about is go through quickly what Terra is, what the Terra Money network is. We're going to go through what the coins on that network are, and then we're going to talk about putting them into protocols on the network to earn you more passive income. So with no further ado, Terra, and I'm just going to pull it up from their website. Terra is powering the innovation of money, they say, and it is a public blockchain. But more importantly, one of the very most important things that they're doing is with stable coins. And what stable coins are coins that are pegged to various currencies around the world. And in this video, I'm going to be talking specifically about UST, which is the Terra US dollar, and it's pegged 1-to-1 to the US dollar. So for every $1 of UST, that equals one American dollar. In the ecosystem is Luna, and that's going to be the coin that the network uses to mint or create new UST. And it also serves as collateral for being your own bank in a sense. And so, for instance, when you go to take out a home loan, they're going to use your house as collateral for that loan. And if you're unable to make payments on the loan, then that house is technically going to be taken by the bank, in a very worst case liquidation scenario. And that's something that we can do with the Luna coin on the Terra network. And additionally, the Luna coin helps to moderate the supply and demand that comes into the ecosystem, and actually helps maintain that US dollar peg, that US Terra peg. And so I'm not going to get too much further into it other than to say that that's really what the network is built to do. So let's talk about how to operate on the network. So I'm going to go through these steps. The very first thing, and I'm not going to show this on this video because I can't, but what you have to do is create an account where you can buy cryptocurrency. You can do this. I've got accounts with Coinbase and Kucoin. You can use crypto.com. Those are just a few of the biggest names, but wherever you're able to do that, you're going to put money from your bank account in, and then you're going to buy cryptocurrency. The next thing you're going to do is create a MetaMask account. So let's go back over here to Google. If you just come in here and download it, then you're going to have an account. What it's going to do is give you a seed phrase, and it's going to be 16 words. Those words are randomly generated. We're talking about basic words, nouns like window, table, chair, words like that. You cannot lose those because that's what is going to be used to recover your account in the future. So I suggest you write them down, 3 times. Put one at your parents' house, one at your friend's house, one in bank deposit box, whatever the case may be. Keep that safe. Now, the thing that I did and the thing that I'll be using today in this video is up here, and you can see that little fox. That's just the wallet that's connected to my Chrome browser. That's really useful to do. So once you've created an account, try to download that app so that you've got it on your browser. The next thing to do is create a Terra Station Terra Money account, so we can actually go back to the page we were over. Let's go here. Actually, type in Terra Station, and you know what? I already have Terra Station, so it's going to pull up my account. So I'm not going to do that. But what you'll need to do is you just need to do the same process we just did with MetaMask. You'll get a seed phrase, download it, and install that extension on your Chrome browser, and that's what this is here. So what you've done so far is you've made 3 different accounts. The next step is, and by the way, there are other ways of doing this, but this is the way that I'm going to do it. And I want to make a quick distinction here and say that what we're doing initially is working with the Ethereum network, and then we're going to bridge that money over to the Terra network. So you want to buy Ethereum if you're going to be using MetaMask, because MetaMask is on the Ethereum network. Now, on the Ethereum network, you do have this UST here is the US dollar from Terra, and it's called UST. There are two versions of UST. You have the native UST, which actually lives on the Terra network, but you also have wrapped UST, which is over on the Ethereum network. And what we're doing is getting that UST from the Ethereum network over to the Terra network. So the reason that I have you buy Ethereum in this instance is because we're going to be using MetaMask, and you have to pay gas fees on the Ethereum network. And to pay those gas fees, you have to do it with Ethereum. So just have some Ethereum, and then also have UST. So when I do this on Coinbase, I'm buying the UST that shows up on Coinbase. There's not multiple options, so just search for UST and you can buy it. Now, what you want to do when you have both Ethereum and UST is you want to send that over to your MetaMask from, and I use Coinbase, so I'm going to talk about Coinbase and use it as an example, but in your Coinbase, you want to go into your portfolio or your assets, click on your UST or your Ethereum, and then locate the icon to send it. And what you're doing when you send it is you need to, and by the way, let me just highlight what I just said is that we're on the Ethereum network. So there's proof. What you want to do, and I always keep a balance of something like 300 or 400 because Ethereum network fees are pretty crazy high. But not to fear, because we're getting off that network by going to Terra. In any case, what you need to do is you want to send from your Coinbase over to your MetaMask here. And you can click these three dots here, click on account details, and you've got your address here, and you've got this QR code which you can scan from the Coinbase app. And what you're doing is you're sending that Ethereum and that UST to this address. You may choose to do like a test amount if this makes you nervous. If you've got a large amount you're sending over, you may want to try first with something like $5 just to make sure it arrives well. And that'll take about, I want to say about 10-15 minutes for it to arrive, sometimes faster, sometimes slower. But just get that money over to your MetaMask account. Now what you're doing is you're using the Terra bridge. So let's come back over to Google. You're coming in here to the Terra bridge. And up here, I'm going to disconnect. So what you need to do first, I'm assuming you've already gone through the steps up until now. You're going to connect your wallet. You're going to click MetaMask, and you can see that it's now connected. And it's reading my wallet is connected to this site, and it's reading what's in my wallet. I'm going from the Ethereum network to the Terra network. Now, what I need when I do this is an address to send my UST. As it happens, I don't have any UST in my MetaMask right now. I keep it all over on the Terra network, but suppose I did, you would select your asset here, UST. You need to come up to the icon on your browser, click the Terra Station, and I do have you. I'm sorry, never mind. This is my Terra, and you want to grab your address, and that's going to be right there. Now let's say I do have UST, which I don't, and then you're just going to paste this, and what you're going to do is click next. And again, because I don't have any money in here, I can't do it. I can't show you what this looks like. But what you're going to do is send that money over to Terra Station, and what you'll get is eventually a wallet that has that UST in it. All right, so that's how you get your money over there. The next option, you have a couple options at your disposal. Let's talk about Anchor Protocol. This is so you need to go to app.anchorprotocol.com. And what it's got is, this is the dashboard that shows stats about the entire ecosystem and Anchor. And what you can do is you can come over to the Earn tab up here and deposit, assuming you've already sent your UST over to your Terra wallet. And by the way, we would go through the exact same process to connect it here that we did with, let me just show you. So now I'm connected. And what it does is it reads that there's that UST in your Terra wallet, and you deposit it in there, and you're earning this 20%, this 19.5% APY interest. Now, one thing that we talk about and we hear about from the SEC is that they want to make sure people are not being scammed. They want to make sure investors are protected. So if you choose, similar to what we have in the United States with the FDIC insures deposits, you can come up in here and look at what's going on and how you can actually insure your deposit. And what it'll do is it'll shave something like 3 percentage points off of your APY in exchange for that insurance. But I don't do that. So what I'm doing, you can see I've got $70.64 in here. If you're doing this, all you're doing is you're clicking deposit. You're clicking on, let's put $250. I'm not actually going to do this because I don't want to. But anyways, you can see that we're now paying, now that we're over on the Terra network, we're paying 25 cents and we're depositing this into our account, our interest-bearing account, and that's how you're going to make money. Now, the reason I have just $70 in here is because I'm doing something publicly on my Twitter account. And what I'm doing, and it's not necessarily rocket science or anything, but I'm tracking the progress of a passive income portfolio here, and I'm using Luna and the Terra Money and Anchor and the Terra Money ecosystem to do this. I've delegated Luna. I've delegated Luna here. This is the amount of Luna that I've gotten there. I'm earning something like 8.1% or something like that. And what they do is they pay me out rewards in both Luna and UST. I am redelegating that Luna into here. And by the way, I stake with Marta Cloud, which is a validator on the network. And then I'm taking all of the UST rewards and putting them straight into Anchor protocol here, and I'm earning interest. And what I'm doing is I'm updating this every 2 weeks on my Twitter profile, just to show people the power of a passive income portfolio and the power of compounding, and additionally just to keep tabs on it myself. I mean, that's the real reason. So that's really it for the passive income portfolio. One other thing I'll touch on while I'm here is just that on Anchor protocol, there are other options as well. I can come in here and take out a loan instantly. So whereas you would go to the bank and fill out KYC forms and wait to get approved, and they would do a credit check and do all this stuff before they extend money to you. If you own Luna, you can actually put that Luna up as collateral and borrow UST. And then you can put that UST to work in any way you see fit. So just to give you an example, I'm currently with, what is it? Well, I've got close to $5,000 in collateral, which is the equivalent of 63.5 Luna, and I can borrow against that now. So I have the option of providing Luna this way. And actually what you have to do is come over to this bond tab to provide B Luna instead of just Luna, but that's a story for another day. And I can provide that liquidity, I can provide that collateral and then borrow against it. So since I've got $1,150 loaned to me right now, I'm paying 4% on that, and this is my collateral. I can actually come in here and borrow up to a loan to value of 45%, 50%. Actually, you can go up to 60, but the risk of liquidation is pretty high. But if I wanted to borrow some money right this second, and I wanted to, come up here, I could borrow $1,000 right now and still stay within that recommended LTV. If I wanted to get really risky, I could ride it all the way up close to, I guess I couldn't go all the way up. But in any case, that's just another option in the ecosystem, a bit outside of the scope of this video. And so I'm going to conclude there. But any questions, feel free to come to us on Twitter at Luna, Terra Luna, and we'll try to get back to you. And with that, I'll conclude it. Thanks.